Hello, my dear Capricorn. This is your love and spirituality reading for the time between April the 1st and April 15, 2017, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. I now use the Legacy of the Divine Tarot by Cyril Marchetti, and I will start shuffling your cards. I call the Divine with love and light, and I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and I call the 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Capricorn viewers. So I want my dear Capricorn to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. I also want to take the chance to tell you April 1, Mercury will be seen at its highest point over the horizon. Look for the planet low in the western sky just after sunset. April 7, the giant planet Jupiter will be at opposition and will be fully illuminated by the sun. It will be it's at its closest approach to Earth and will be brighter than any other time of the year. April 11 we will also have the full moon. So for Capricorn, we'll just tune in for a few seconds. This is your future, this is your now, and this is the past. The now is probably the first half of April 2017, but whenever you watch this is probably the exact right time to see it. So the first card for you is Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is Sagittarius energy. It's very fiery energy from the soul. It has a longing. It wants to fulfill its mission during its lifetime. So it's very creative, and it's a creative flow with this. And this longing can make a person very restless, wants to move on, it's like they are in a hurry almost. The Knight of Wands has a lot of joy, also wants to socialize with other people, have big groups of people to be together with, and have adventures in their life. Knight of Wands energy can mean that you are about to do something brave, you are about to do something that you are not used to, you haven't done this before, you have maybe seen it in a vision, like you want to do this but you haven't been able to. Fear might have held you back, but here with this energy coming in here, it seems like you're brave enough to do it, or passion are taking over, so there's you really don't have any choice. So the Knight of Wands may be an energy coming into your life, very stormy, like fire, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, or any other of the signs. But it's usually what's going on inside of you is also going on the outside. So this Knight of Wands has a little bit of a broken heart. It's 3 of Swords here. So it might be that they want to mend this broken heart. They want to do something that's going to repair their broken heart. 3 of Swords is usually an old pain, an old trauma, something that has colored your whole life or this person's life. And the tears are witnesses about this pain, but also the doorway to healing. Tears, water, contains memories. And here the memories are falling down the cheek like this, remembering something that might have been like very sweet and something that we miss, or something that has been tragic, or something that where we didn't felt supported, or that we had experienced some kind of loss. So with the 3 of Swords, this issue is up on the agenda again and wants to be healed. When the wound is reopened, it wants to be seen and healed. So it can be a person coming into your life, wants to have their wounds healed, wants to be able to maybe to communicate with you. It might be other types of situations, many other types of situations as well. The Knight of Wands might want to inflict you pain, because sometimes the Knight of Wands with this restless energy can be a little bit of a player kind of energy. But we'll see with more of the cards. It's of course also you that wants to have your wounds healed, so you're doing whatever you can to keep yourself happy, or to do happy things, or fill your life with meaningful things, because you don't want to be in this longing state or a hurting state. So here we have the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is when you dream about something, but you are unable to move out and accomplish that dream. Something is holding you back, and it's kind of hinted here that it's pain, or fear of pain, or fear of repetition of the same pain. So it seems like someone have had a very enthusiastic life energy, very passionate life energy, but they have been burned with outside circumstances that have made them withdraw into their shell a little bit. Here is like trying to be contained with whatever you have, contained with whatever you have. It's dreaming about something that you would rather have, but trying to just do with whatever you have. It seems to be a rather nice situation that this person is in. It might indicate that maybe you should be more grateful for the things you already have. But this is also, even if you have a great life, big pieces can still be missing because you have been too hurt or too manhandled, so you don't want to go out and try again. Your soul still has the same longing. It's still there, wants to reach out and get this, whatever it is that you are longing for, but you might feel that it's dangerous. The next card is Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands is feminine fire. It's usually Aries, but it can also be Sagittarius or Leo, or any person. This Queen of Wands, she has come to a self-realization where she feels like she is so worthy of love. She loves herself, not in this over narcissistic kind of way. She has the greatest compassion for other people, but she just decides that she can't do with this inner conflict anymore. She can't feel this torn inside of her, where she longs for something and wants something, but never seems to be able to accomplish this. So it seems like you Capricorn are about to do a little bit of a revolution. You don't want to live this life where you want something else, but you are unable to go out and get it because you have felt in a little bit of victim mentality, where you maybe thought that things would come and land in your lap like gifts from God, and you didn't realize that we are creators here on earth, and we need to follow our soul's longing. Nothing will be given to us because we deserve it. Things will be given to us because we create it. And here, those two cards are for people being able to create things in their life. There's a lot of fire. They have a longing, they go out and get it. You have this longing, and here you didn't go out and get it. You stayed at home, felt the pain, like, why am I alone? Why don't I have this thing that I want? And suddenly you decided, well, I'm not going to wait. I'm going to go out and take the first steps of the rest of my life. Now I want this, what I want. I'm not going to be torn between those two things anymore, with my longing and my belief that I will never get this, what I want, that it's an impossible dream. So the Queen of Wands is, she can't be bothered with this kind of inner conflict. She just wants to align with one thing, and that's herself. And that's a beautiful thing, because when you align on one point, when you start to move your compass into one point, you also put all your willpower there, your dreams there, your thoughts there, and whoops, you have created this, what you wanted. So the next card is the Fool. So that's a much lighter energy. This is a new start for you, where you have got so much more bravery to create this, what you want, and to actually accomplish this, what you were here to do. So the Fool is like a new start. It's like becoming your childlike self again, forgetting all about what you can't do and what's obstacles on the way and how other people always treat you and all those old stories. Here you are casting those stories aside and you just jump out and start being this creator. We see that your dog, that's your male protecting side, is hanging on for sheer life, trying to keep you safe in this this jump that you are doing. It's a very beautiful cosmic jump where you decide that your soul is the thing that you need to follow, and you are going to do this, and there's not going to be this anticipation anymore, or this. It's like when spring comes. When spring comes, we have in Sweden, we have a wintry climate, so there's ice and snow everywhere. But when the snow is on the rooftop and the spring comes, it starts to melt. And those first drops, you can imagine how scared they are from falling all the way from the roof and down to the ground. But then many drops falls and it becomes like a little stream, and eventually they will come together in a river and they will rush out to sea, have the most glorious days of their lives. And it's the same with leaves. They don't want to come out of this knot that they are in. They're so protected and they are afraid of frost, being frostbitten, not being loved, not feeling the warmth of the sun, so they hesitate. But one day they can't hold this fire back anymore, so they just burst out in spring, in this green, luscious, beautiful spring. And this is what's happening with you here. You decide just, I'm not going to be afraid anymore. If I continue to be afraid, I will stay in the same position which I always have been, and I will turn into a mummy or something. And here you decide to go with this fire, with this longing within you. So for most of you, this will be in the past. For you watching in Mars, this can be happening right now. And here is the beginning, the first half of April. So we have a King of Coins here. King of Coins is, of course, you. It comes underneath this Sagittarius energy. So you have both those sides. You have this fiery side that wants to create beautiful things in life, but you also have the King of Coins side, and he's already done. He has created this beautiful life for himself where he feels grounded. Even if it's not beautiful, it's his home. So his place, it's his safety zone. It's kind of his tower. If we will go to extreme and talk about ego and comfort zone and safety and things like this. But with this Knight of Wands longing, the King of Coins is starting to open up the gates of his beautiful kingdom, starting to open up the gates to his paradise, inviting maybe more people in, also himself reaching out more. So the King of Coins wants to be safe. He has this connection with earth and the material world, so he don't want to risk too much. But I think there's going to be some kind of new ignition here. You are going to be a little bit fertilized by the Knight of Wands, and you will have your foundation, but it will be expanding. So being more than it were before. Hopefully more happy. The next card here is Five of Wands, and it comes underneath the Three of Swords. So it shows that you still have this inner conflict where it's having in conflicts with others as well, having inner conflict. So one side of you wants to go for this that you want and probably want it already, and the other part of you thinks, nah, this is not a great idea. I remember how the outcome was before. So it's being rather suspicious towards other people and believing that they are all out to get you. With the Five of Wands, you can also have those internal quarrels with other people, and it feels like you don't have the same goal. So you're trying to solve a problem here where you and other people don't have the same goal. And it might be coming down to your needs. If you need a person and they don't need you in the same way back, that's Five of Wands. That's when you don't have the same goal. And this split is what's making the Queen of Wands getting her headache and deciding, no, I will just go with this, what I can control, and it's my longing. I have this and it won't go away. So I long for this new adventure. I long for this person. I long for working inside of this career. So she decides for, I won't give up until I have this. So it doesn't matter. As long as I have the longing, I will follow it. But the King of Coins aspect of you is more doubting. Should I or shouldn't I? Should I go out, start my new spring here, or should I stay in my castle? I know what I have, but I don't know where I'm going to go. So there's an inner conflict that could erupt this creation process that started so beautifully here and that we see so beautiful here. But it's fear and lack of courage sometimes, and also a need of having control that sometimes make us stay where we always have been and not reaching out. It's not to any fault, it's no problem, so to speak, but it's just some people are more cautious and others are more brave, and you can always decide to be either one or the other, and you can decide to be one this day and the other day, so you're not stuck being in one way or the other way. You decide, you are the creator here. So the next card, very central, is the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is usually Libra. It's having the scale in order, justice being restored. Queen of Swords can be any sign. It can be Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, or any other star sign. It just shows a person that see things from an above level, but she sees things from a level where she thinks she doesn't share this view with other people. She thinks that she's the first one seeing this, and she feels therefore rather alone. So it might be that you see some of your needs that you can't see that other people have the same needs, or that they have the same longing in the same way, so you feel very lonely because of this. But you have the Queen of Swords here together with the Queen of Wands. Those are warriors. They're kind of Amazonas warriors. So we can think of the energy of Kali, or the energy of the black and white goddess, being either nice or not, giving life and taking life. And in this case, it's more taking life. So it's not about being cruel, or it's not about being obnoxious in some way. It's about being aligning with your own authority and deciding that whatever you want, you are going to get it, and you, even if you have to fight for it. So it's this energy is starting to work inside of you, and it doesn't want to give up, because it feels like something is unjust here. Something is not really as it should be. Something is out of balance. Probably this wound that you care for so much, and you don't want to have it anymore. So you want to find a way to fulfill your needs, make yourself happy, so you can heal. And that's totally natural. That's life's longing for itself. That's the spring I was talking about. And here we have a Seven of Swords. So with Seven of Swords, you don't have so much hope that you will actually make it. And it's this again, that you feel very unsupported from other people. You think that it's too late. You have tried too long time. You are too old. You are too young. There's too much problems. So with the Seven of Swords, you again try to just scoop on reality, not taking responsibility yourself, but more trying to get away with things without really telling people exactly how it is. So this might be also another person in your life, of course. This might be you longing for something but being very unable to fulfill this, what you want, and you have another person in your life that might be a little bit like warrior kind of person, and they don't want to share with you their views of things, because you both think that the other one is the enemy, that you have no friends here. But probably, since you both come in the same reading, you have a connection, and there's something that wants to be born between you. But as long as you think that the other one is out to get you, it will be a hard time to create something together here. The next card is very much promising though. It's the Temperance card. We have the Fool here, the shell that has gone down in a human body. Here we have the soul coming down through this window, and an angel, your spiritual being. It's like your soul is taking place in your body. And how can it do this, you think? And it's actually through this process here, 5 of Wands. This is how the beautiful angel process look on earth. We are here to experience, to make new experiences, and we experience like different cultures. We have so different way of communicating, and everything with us is sometimes very unlike the other. So we can take this analogy between Mars and Venus. Think that there's inhabitants on Mars and inhabitants on Venus. They are meeting, and they have not the same language, not the same culture, not the same anything, and it's going to be a lot of conflicts because they really don't understand each other, and they might even go to war over this because they think, well, they can misinterpret something the other one did and feel and attack the other person or the other culture. So this is how it works. But if they instead try to start to communicate, because the Queen of Swords see things, but she doesn't want to tell them because she feels like she's utterly alone and no one can understand her. But she's very smart and very intuitive. So if she could start to be brave enough to communicate this, what she sees, or at least communicate her own self, like what she wants and what she likes and what she sees, and I'm angry, I'm sad, I'm happy, this make me positive, this make me negative, this I want, this I don't want. If she can start doing this, the other person will probably also start doing this. They will first get to know you better because you start to tell who you are, so that's a good clue, and they will also want to start tell who they are, and then you will learn from one another, and after a while the Venus inhabitants will know all about the Mars inhabitants and their language and their culture, and the Mars inhabitants will have learned a lot about Venus. So they have emerged, and they have now twice as much experience as they had before. We can look at on the English language. Many languages have like 100,000, 150,000 words. The English language have like twice that much, and it's because emerging of cultures that have made this culture so much more rich, and this is what I'm talking about. So this is what temperance look like. First, it can look like imperialistic countries taking over the world, and in next second we have a love. This is where the love relationship begins. The work begins within the love relationship, between the relationship between people. When you start to work together to get to know each other and try to understand and temper yourself and try to communicate, and then you get twice as much experience as you were before, mixing fire with water here. So getting to know this other and becoming this other as well. So half of you become yin and half of you become yang, and then you're twice as much as you were before. So it's pointing to you having enemies, or people acting like enemies, or you acting like enemies towards people in your life. But this is probably just the start. It's like when two people meet and fall in love, and then their demons start to play out between one another because they have the wound on exactly right place to hurt one another as much as possible. So this is what I see here. It can go on in different kind of relationship, romantic or friendship or work-based or family, but it's probably going on a relationship basis. So this is the future. So here we have death. So something is going to have to change within you, big changes, and then I mean profound, deep changes, deep personality changes, where you are brave enough to face your worst fear and not care about it so much anymore. You say, okay, so this can happen. This is a possibility, but I can't control it, and I can't stay in my castle forever. So I'm going to do this brave thing anyway. because whatever comes to me will come to me, and I won't sit locked up in my comfort zone and wait for my life to begin. It will begin today. So you start to do some brave thing that you might have not be able to do before. It can be a variety of things. It can be being vulnerable to someone else. Or say I'm sorry. It can also be saying to someone that you really dearly want to have in your life that I'm sorry, you can't be a part of my life, or we can't see each other right now. Even though you fear the outcome of this, you might feel so much in your own self that you need to spend this time alone, and you need to work on your self-value, self-worth, and you might feel also like the other person is using you or abusing you. So finally, you are able to put some true boundaries instead of just hiding. You are doing this what you have been so afraid of doing before. So think about what you have avoided. What have you been avoiding your whole life? Usually it's the breakdown of relationships. It's something that people avoid. So they try to compromise. They try to compromise themselves. They try to be someone that they're not, because they don't want to jeopardize their relationship. I don't say that you should jeopardize your relationship, but sometimes your fear of what's going to happen makes you a prisoner, and that's when your soul's light can't really be shined through. It's this conflict here where it's stopped. So death is actually good news. It's a good help. Before I did your reading, I heard noise from a fly waking up here. It's spring in Sweden, and I was about to go and let it out, but it was actually stuck in a spider web, and the spider had entangled it in its threads here, so it was beyond help, and it was nature's course. So I just had to leave the spider doing its gruesome work. It's the spider's work here, and this can be one thing that you are very afraid of, because the spiders are weaving the destiny that you are kind of can feel caught in. You can't get out of there because it's your destiny. You're supposed to solve one thing before you can move on. And that's why people are sometimes afraid of spiders. Here you have a Scorpio, that's for transformation. People can be afraid of snakes. That's death in its purest form. It's transformation, becoming something that you, not in this spiritual kind of way, but in more giving up to death before you die yourself. You just give up and say, okay, so I can't control things, and I accept that, and I will be happy anyway. And here you have a bird of prey. They are flying very high in the sky, and this one has flew too high, and this might be one of the things you are fearful of, flying too high and then lose hope and crash to the ground. But we see, if you have the pure intention of this white rose, sometimes we see the fool in Rider's White, for example. He has the white rose in his hand, showing that he has this pure intention, that he really wants to do the best he can with this situation, whatever is at hand. And that's showing that you had such a beautiful will to do this. You are just afraid, and maybe you don't know exactly what you are supposed to do. And that's a problem, of course. Here you have the horse. It's having a rider, the rider of death here. But horses are tremendous creatures. They are very easily scared, and they wants to be with other horses. But they can also be persuaded to be very brave in certain situations. You can see horses being police horses at football games, for example, acting really cool, even though they are in their nature very scared. So I think you should take on the horse bravery here and see what you could accomplish with becoming more brave, with letting go of things you can't control anyway. You can't control if someone loves you or not. You can just say that you love them, and if they don't love you back, you can also control how you will handle that. But you can't force them to want to be with you or to love you. So that's one of the realizations that you have to make sometimes. And that doesn't mean that you are right. They might love you anyway. It's just that when you try to control another human being, and they feel that because you want to have their love, you they should give you this love, then they're going to run away from you, of course. And when you stop being afraid and you say, okay, go and do whatever you want, you give them the freedom to actually function in the relationship, because before you were over functioning, taking too big of a role, taking too much control, wanting things to be so utterly stable that maybe it didn't work from them, so they had to lie to sneak out from the house. Okay, so something is going on here anyway, where you need to do something that is a little bit dangerous, but it's going to lead you to new green pastures. Ace of Swords. So this is when you find out what it is that you that hurt you so much from the beginning. So some people have attachment issues, other one has abandonment issues, some can be afraid of this and other of that. So you need to find out what it is. It's the birds of prey again. So seeing things from an above angle. And it's kind of the great spirit here, showing that you have eyes helping you also on the divine side of things. The Ace of Swords is clear consciousness, being able to be here and now and just see the truth. The truth shall set you free. I'm sorry for my dog. He's a bit sleepy. He is so tired of hearing my voice like this. Being here and now gives you this beautiful, clear vision. So you don't, you are not entangled in illusions anymore. So what you see is what you get. So if a person is acting like they don't love you, act back to them like they don't love you. Okay, so just take the facts on the table and say to them really clearly, okay, so this is what I see in this relationship. Or if you don't love them and you have to tell them, so just act on the facts that you have on the table. And sometimes people can be like sneaking away facts from you, like with the Seven of Swords here, not want to tell how much you really mean to them. So if they act in one way and feel in another way, then you need to call their bluff and say, okay, up till now I have seen this kind of behavior from you, and in my world that means that a person doesn't really care for me. And it's making me very sad because I care deeply for you. But I have taken this decision now that we will have a break, and maybe we can talk again in 1 month time, and we will see where we are at then. And maybe this person will start to understand that they need to show you their true colors a little bit more. They can't hide and be the one that's secure all the time while you are doing the whole hard work, having all the problems, being the dramatic one that has this longing but no one to share it with. So either either you are right, they don't love you, or they will start doing those things that actually shows that they care. The next card is Ten of Swords, so it's death, this too, but it's this death with things you can't control. It's those old beliefs that you have had, old survival strategies, how you have tried so hard to not get burned, to not be tormented, to not feel humiliated, things like this. It's old assumptions, kind of penetrating your old backbone. It's much with this. It's like you're going through an epiphany here, and you finally understand. You see the truth of things. You are not longer seeing the world through pink glasses. All the clouds has gone away, and it's clearing here, and you are seeing the reality as it is, the scary, brutal reality. That's a beautiful new start, because if you see the scary, brutal reality and you know what you want to create and you see the gap in between, that's when you can start overlap this gap and start to working towards what you actually want. When you try to convince yourself that a situation that's not really balanced and equal and just is balance, equal and just, then you can't do anything about it. But when you now see the reality, the painful reality as it is, it's a beautiful new start for you. The Ten of Swords can be sometimes very painful, but if you just accept this, what it is, you have come to a bright new conclusion about and just accept it. Sometimes you can even go almost into a trance-like state when you are faced with so much pain, like is in this Ten of Swords card. So if you just let the pain like roll over you and take over you and let go of all control, that can be a true shift. That can be the day when you knew that, okay, this day, this was when I woke up from my deep Turn-Rosa sleep, from my deep Snow White sleep, maybe, and I woke up to reality. It's like waking up from the Matrix. Okay, the reality is brutal, but I am alive and I'm aware, so now I'm going to do something about this. The next card here is the Two of Coins. So it seems like your counterpart in this story, that's also something that's mirrored within you. So you shouldn't forget that. If you see a person acting like they don't care, or a person being very needy and clingy, and you are irritated on them, that's probably because this is a dormant thing that's happening also within you, but that you don't want to see, because the Seven of Swords is where we deceive ourselves. And here it's Capricorn in Jupiter. We have Jupiter right now during this time, making everything bigger, all your issues bigger. And here you have no steering wheel, so you feel really out of control, and that's okay. Let things roll out of control. Let things... the wheel is kind of a symbol of the divine, and they are taking control of your life. Things are happening on an astrological scale that you can't really comprehend, and you definitely can't control it. So here it's about just trying to be in the center of all the action here. So you just accept that you don't have control, and just let things go, because whatever you have and you let go of this, if it's truly yours, it will come back to you. I don't mean that you should say rude stuff to people so they won't ever talk to you again. But if you tell them the truth about how things really are for you in a pure and honest way, without trying to win over the other person, if they are truly yours, they will come back. The Queen of Wands is someone that has more, they are more in self-respect than you are. And I think this is what you are supposed to take in, more self-respect. So they are playing a little bit hooky with you because they don't want to be controlled by you, probably. But when you let go like this, they are going to feel rather like on unstable ground. It's like you have been chasing them almost, and they have been throwing you out and shutting the door in your face. And when you are not chasing them anymore, they are going to wonder, where did she go? Where did he go? This king that was so stable in my life and always were there crying and asking me to be there for them. And suddenly you are gone. So this is you trying a new way in your relationships. It can be the other way around also, that you have a very clingy, needy person in your life that you are trying to get away from. Try the other way around. Give them so much love that you just don't care. Just overthrow them with love and give them so much stability. And if they are afraid for something going to happen, tell them this is not going to happen, and do this for give them a year where you show them all the love, even if it's making you vomit. So give them all the love that you can, all the support, and always tell them also how it makes you feel. Like, okay, I feel trapped in this situation because I had promised this and this, and now you're like being very angry with me. So now I don't want to do this because I want to be with you instead. You are important for me. So I will call this person and say that I can't come. So you will help this other person to grow up and to make them more, get them this beautiful foundation of love that from which they can grow and mature. It's like you, probably they didn't have parents that cared for them enough, and now you have to be like a parent for them. Either you are their friend or their lover or a family member. So now you have to be like, to help them to grow up. They are a king in their comfort zone, but a baby on other levels. So they need to be able to come out of this. Either they do it with you or without you. So it will happen here. I can see it, but it would be less painful for both parties if this person could take more responsibility instead of avoiding it like this, and just playing a game, what's happening here, and take responsibility and act like the parent for a while, so you can help another person to heal from their trauma. That would be a very beautiful thing to do. The next card, it's Page of Wands. So Page of Wands is about this inner child that wants to be healed and wants to be loved exactly as it is, even though it might be overdramatic or controlling or have a lot of freedom. It's both of you in this situation that wants to have the feeling of being loved for who you are. And this is a beautiful thing and a beautiful goal. So this is where you are headed, to become more your true self. We see this with the Fool card as well, and the Temperance. So this is you taking down your true soul on earth. So following this, what's in your core. Don't have this split personality where you want to do one thing but do the other thing and so forth. Try to find the way that would make you most centered, that doesn't rock you out of the boat all the time or throw you out of balance. Try to seek balance here in your life by becoming more and more your authentic self. At least stop lying to yourself about what you want. That could be the first step. You don't have to tell other people if you don't want to. I see that it's a bit of hiding going on here. So at first you can be aware of this yourself. This is pure fire, pure air. So it's a beautiful situation where you can really get to know yourself in the bottom core of you, and find your own strength, find your own peace and quiet. Finally, it's something you need to, sometimes it can be what I said, that you need to withdraw from people that not showing you love enough, and maybe push off their energy, putting like a beautiful Merkaba around you, so everyone's negative energy will be reflected from you. So if this person can be like an emotional vampire sometimes, and steal this person's energy, living on them, wanting to, this person might be showing their emotions very vividly, and this one is very closed off, so they live on this person's energy. So the more that this person cry or are angry, the more this person can get energy and see, oh, they care so much about me, they want me so much, I can see here how much I mean to them. So, and they don't have to show this at all. So with you stepping away from this situation and say, okay, so I have tried my best. Now it's up to you. If we are going to have a relationship, it's up to you. Now you need to show your true colors, rainbow colors here. Then this could actually make this person come out of this box where they're pretending that they don't care. They care as much as you do, probably. It's just that you are over-functioning and they are under-functioning. So if you give them the responsibility for the relationship, justice, by stepping away, doing something that you fear the most in the world, then you can give them a little space to maneuver and find their true selves and face their pain and whatever they have tried to avoid here. Okay, so I'll take some cards from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms to get some more advices on this. Yes, the Keeper of Scales and Mapmaker of Destiny. So the Keeper of Scales is Libra, of course, this centered queen here. There's need to be fairness, balance. So see to that both people here is getting this. They need to do the same amount of work in the relationship, give the same amount of love. There needs to be some more equalness here. Balance needs to be obtained. And we also have the Mapmaker of Destiny that's talking about this spider web thingy. You have a destiny, something that you are meant to be, your authentic purpose. And this longing you feel is it's your inspiration that takes you along the road. But you always have free will, the Page of Wands, to do whatever, because you are the creator here. So this is you being the writer of your own destiny, of your own book. It's this destined times in your life where you can really do something that will change this cycle forever and ever. So try to be really brave. It will pay off in the end. As I said, what you will give up now, if it's yours, it will come back to you. And we be very diplomatic about everything. People are very easily hurt. So try to not hurt them. Try to be very mindful of what you're saying. Be in the same time very true of what you're saying. We have Egypt here as well. It's for the soul. It's much to do with the Queen of Swords, having a lot of ancient knowledge that might be, you might feel like you're alone with this, but you're probably not. But those cards are the one that's significant for these situations. It's relationships. As dream symbols, cars are your body, and buses are how you are traveling through life together with other people. Ships are how you travel together in life with other people in love, okay, on feelings, on the waves, relationships. So you have made a promise to each other to learn something special here, and this is what you are supposed to do. So I don't think that this relationship will be easily breaked. I think you have some destiny together, something to sort out, and this is just one part. It's just one stage on probably a rather long journey, and it might have been going on for quite some time as well. So this is just a part of the story, ongoing story, but it's a very important window in time where you can actually change both you and other people's destiny by what you are choosing. So try to be really brave, facing death here. Death is the death of the ego, and you don't need an ego when your soul has stepped in. Then you are going to be so much more. You can see the differences between Trump. Everyone knows Trump, I guess, and Dalai Lama. It's also a very person that's very well known. So Trump is the ego and Dalai Lama is the soul. So who do you think is most happy and most content and has the most respect from other people in the world? Who do you think will create the best future for themselves? So you can see that this soul is much more powerful than being a scared little ego. Okay, so I want you to take really good care of yourself, and I'm really grateful for you watching this far, being so patient. I'm always aiming on a half an hour, but it seems to not be in my destiny to do that. So I'm so grateful for all of you watching, liking, and subscribing to my videos, and the comments are lovely. It's a beautiful, loving community that's sharing their thoughts on my commenting board. It is really lovely. And I'm sorry for you loving Trump and looking at this. Trump has his values. He is a little bit this new culture, this revolutionary spirit that will change the world. I don't think it's always for a great cause that things comes, and he's a little bit of an underdog that will change things, of course. And I think many people that felt really out of control, that they didn't have power, that they gave this to him so he would change things for the elite, and I can appreciate that. But I just want you to see the difference between an awakened soul and one that's working in a more human kind of way, egocentric kind of way. So thank you so much, and take really good care, and I hope to see you again in the middle of April. Okay, bye bye.